All right, this is it, part 3 of the 2020 resolution series. It's been so cool to actually see some of the goals that you guys have been setting. I'm so proud, so impressed, well done. Absolutely love it. I know that you want next year to be the best year of your life. So do I, it's gonna be awesome. And I'm so happy you found this series valuable so far. So if you haven't seen video 1 and 2, make sure to check it out. Video 1 was about what kind of goals we want to set. Video 2 was how to actually set our goals. And video 3, this is about how to ensure success with the goals that we've set. Because we all know that, writing down the goals is nowhere near as difficult as actually sticking to the goal throughout an entire year. So I get it, I've failed at this, I've succeeded at this, I know what works, what doesn't work, and I've been learning along the way, and I just want to make next year the best year. And so I've got a few different little ideas, two main ideas that I want to share with you today that are just going to help you to ensure the success of the goals you've set. So the first thing I'll talk about is habit formulation, and the second part is about accountability. So firstly, we have our habit formulation. So within habit formulation is 2 different ideas that I'm going to share, and they're just 2 practical ways. If you use both of them, or even just using one of them, you're going to have some great improvement towards your goals. It's going to be really helpful. And then I got a little thought that I just want to add at the end of that. So the first little trick is called start small, grow large. Just a simple trick. All it is saying that we're going to start really small with our goals, and we're just going to build it up and build it up and build it up. Keep growing the goal. So if your goal is to go to gym every single day of the week, well, instead of saying we're going to do that, we're going to just start with real small. I'm going to go once a week, just once. And in a few weeks, I'll start going twice a week, and then 3 times a week, and then I'll build it up to my 7 days a week. So start small, grow large. So that's tip 1. Tip 2, you can use this instead of tip 1, or you can try and use them both together. Really awesome. You've probably heard it before. It's that 2090 habit formulation rule. The idea is that it takes 20 days, so roughly 3 weeks, 20 days to actually form a habit. So if you're going to be reading every single day, if you just commit to it for 20 days, so say to yourself, I'm going to be 100% dedicated, committed, and focused on reading reading every single day for 20 days. That's all it is, just 20 days. And at the end of that period, the psychology says that you will have actually developed a habitual behavior to reading every single day, which means it's becoming a part of your routine. Then if you can stick it out for an entire 90 days, they say it's actually started to form a new lifestyle behavior. So it's not just something that you do by choice within your day. It's actually something that you just live by. It's subconscious. You pick up the book. It's part of your life, which means you're going to stick with it for a very, very long term. It will take something massive to disrupt this behavior. So 20 days to form your habit, 90 days to make it your lifestyle. So there's the 2 tips. Just first we have our start small and grow large, and then our 2090 rule. The final thing I just wanted to add is I wrote a little piece of content about a year and a half ago. It's on my Instagram, and it was all about gaining momentum. And I wanted to figure out, how do we actually get momentum and get motivated for the goals that we've set? And it's really tough. Getting momentum, that's hard. Being motivated, that can be tough too. So I wanted to figure out how to actually get that. And what I discovered, and what I've written about, and I feel super clever actually writing this. I'm just kidding, but it was really valuable for me. All it says is that momentum fuels our motivation. So our momentum will fuel our motivation. So the next question is, well, how do I get motivated? How do I get motivated to achieve the goals that I've set? Well, I came up with 2 simple steps. Well, it's really 3 steps which make a process. And the idea is this. First, take action. Just take action. If you say you're going to go to the gym every single day, well, that can be tough. How do you get momentum to going to the gym daily? Well, first, just take action. Just go to the gym. Just lift up one weight, and just do 1 rep. That's all it is. So that even follows that start small idea. So just do something really small and just take action. Because when you take action, you get inspired. you get inspired to keep going. So you've taken action, you've gone to the gym, you've lifted the weights, you've just done it once, and now all of a sudden you're inspired to do more repetitions, to keep lifting up, to do another exercise. Or if you're reading, just pick up the book, read a page, take action. Now you're inspired to know what's the next page saying, what am I going to learn from the next page, or what happens in the story next. So you get inspired, and when you're inspired, it is so easy to be motivated. You just want to keep going. So take action. You're going to get inspired, you're going to be motivated, and when you're motivated, you're going to take more action, and when you take more action, you're going to be more inspired, and then more motivated, and it just keeps going. And this is the cycle of momentum. This is how momentum is formed. And this is just an awesome thing that I discovered, and it's really helping me, because all I know is if I want to get momentum in life, if I want to become motivated with the things that I'm doing, I just need to start with action. The next thing I want to talk about is actually accountability. The idea is that we can be held accountable by ourselves, so self-accountability, or we can even be held accountable by others, so external things, and I'm calling this a mastermind. So if we're thinking about self-accountability, what we want to do is actually doing check-ins, what I call check-ins. And there's 4 different times you're going to do a check-in, and then within each you're going to do some different things. So first, we have our quarterly check-ins, then our monthly check-ins, then our weekly check-ins, and for those who are super committed, our daily check-ins, checking in every single day with our goals progress. So first, quarterly. Now within our quarterly, this is just where we take a good look at our goals. So what goals did we set at the start of the year? Just take a good look at them. And what we're going to do is just remember, where were we? Where did we want to go? What's our goal? And then where are we sitting right now? How are we tracking along? How are we progressing towards our goal? And the reason we want to just look at our goals is because every single quarter, I would encourage you to rewrite your goals. Rewrite them every single quarter. So the way we want to rewrite them is, if you're progressing really, really strong towards your goal, let's actually increase the difficulty of the goal. For example, if you wanted to make, $1 million next year, you're going to make $1 million. If at month 6, halfway, you've made 900,000, then your goal probably wasn't tough enough. So let's increase it to 1.5 million or 2 million, really increasing that goal and challenging yourself. If you're progressing nicely and there's not a great chance that you're going to kill your goal, and not a great chance that you're going to fail at your goal, but you're kind of just going to get there, it's going to be a challenging goal, but you will get there, then just maintain it. Just keep it how it is, keep progressing along, and then at the next quarter you can reassess. The final thing is, if you're really failing towards your goal, so you want $1 million and you're only at 100,000 and then you're halfway there, there's a good chance you're probably not going to get there. So I don't want to encourage you to eliminate the goal entirely, or decrease the goal. That's not the idea. We don't want to just slack off like that too easily. The idea is we just want to reassess our goals. So if we're doing really strong, increase the goal. If we're doing average, maintain the goal. And if we're doing poorly, we want to reassess our goal and figure out, are we just not committed enough to it? Are we doing the wrong things? Are we not using the right tactics or strategies? Or what is it? Why aren't we progressing as nicely? Or is it actually just an unrealistic goal and we need to decrease it? So just doing that is really important. The next stage is our monthly check-ins. And the monthly ones are pretty much just about looking at what's our major goal and coming up with major stepping stones towards the goal. So what do I need to do this month? What major thing do I need to do this month that's going to keep me on track for my quarter and keep me on track for my annual goal? All right, so that's what our monthly one is. Then we go into our weekly objectives, and I call this the weekly plan. These are all the objectives that I've got set for the week, which will dictate all the things that I'm going to do throughout the week to achieve those weekly objectives. And the weekly objectives are all just the little pieces that are going to build you up to your monthly goals. Your monthly stepping stones, which are going to build up towards your annual goal. So that's our weekly one, super easy. The next part, this is probably the most important thing, and this is for the ones who are super committed, but I guarantee if you follow these simple ideas, you're going to have 2020 as the best year of your entire life. It's going to be amazing, but try this. So for daily, I encourage you to look at your goals every single day. Look at the goals you've set for the whole year and look at them every single day. Even read them out loud. Or if you're really crazy and super awesome, even rewrite your goals every single day. The reason we do this is it just keeps us focused on what we are trying to achieve, which means we don't go a single day doing things that are outside what we value the most and what do we want to achieve. So look at our goals every single day. And a way to really help this is something I've used. I've been doing it for the last year. My girlfriend Vanessa, she's done it as well, and it's just super helpful. It's called our goal boards. And it's pretty much just a big whiteboard. It was $12 from Kmart, super easy to get. On the left side of it, I have some motivational quotes and some pictures, some inspiration. And then on the other side, I have my annual goals and my monthly goals. And then I've also got a little smaller whiteboard for my weekly goals and my daily tasks and stuff. So having that goal board is just a great way of constantly reminding yourself of what you're trying to achieve. It's a big whiteboard that sits in my room, which means every time I walk in, every time I walk out, I get to see my big goal board. If someone else walks into my room, they see my goal board and they know what I'm trying to achieve. So it's super awesome, and it just keeps you motivated and inspired to keep following the goals that you've set. The next thing that I recommend is the night before, every single night, plan the day ahead. So plan what kind of tasks that you need to do that are going to help towards your weekly plan. So what are you going to do tomorrow? How much time do you need to allocate? So if you're doing reading goals, when are you going to do your reading, at what time of day and for how long? So is it 7:30? Are you going to gym at 5:30 a.m.? You're going to have lunch at 1 p.m. You're going to, if it's a business related goal and you're starting your business, so what, I need to build this document today, or I need to write my advertising, whatever it is, just with your goals, set out the time blocks, and schedule it into your upcoming day. It's just going to really help keep you focused, know what you're going to do throughout the day. And the next part to that is actually setting a reminder if you want to do that as well. If it's important that you remember what you're doing, or even if it might be a reminder of saying at 7:30 it's time to read, or it might be a reminder of, it just pops up at any time of the day and just says, remember to say thank you. I don't know, whatever it is, just a little reminder of things that if it's not like a specific time of day that you need to do something and you just want to be reminded to be an encourager, or to be positive, or to show gratitude. I don't know, whatever it is, just set that reminder. So first, look at your goals every day, read them out loud if you're awesome, write them down if you're incredible, have a goal board so you can get constantly reminded, plan in advance and set your time blocks for the day, and then also set reminders. And the final thing, now this is probably the tough part, but I guarantee if you can stick to this, you're guaranteed to have some success next year. So I really encourage you to do it, whatever extent you can commit to, encourage you to do that. So the idea is this: we want to spend 80% of the time that we are awake towards our goals. 80% of the time we are awake towards our goals. If we're only spending 10% of our time towards goals, we're not going to achieve them. We need to spend at least 80% of our day towards our goals. And that final 20% is left to the random things that, that happen throughout the day that distract us. And, they're going to happen, but really try and focus to getting 80+% of the time. And you're probably thinking, well, I can't, I don't have the goals to just be spending 80% of my time. Like, where's my free time? When do I get to enjoy myself? But if you've seen video 1 and 2, you'll know that what's included in the goals, the kind of goals we're setting, that actually also includes our downtime, our leisure time, our socializing time, our time to exercise and just be healthy, our time to play sport. Within our goals, those things are all included, which means there's no reason why 80% of your time is an unrealistic amount of time. If you just spend your whole day, or most of your day, you might be going to do gym, and you've got your health side, and then you're eating well, and that's your food side as well, and then spending time with people, that's your relationship side, and then doing your work towards your goals, and that's your financial side. Like, we can fit these into the 80%, so I encourage you to try for 80%. The next part of this, the final part, is actually the external accountability. And I think this is a powerful way to just stay focused on your goals and have people around you who are also supporting you. So having external accountability. And now I'm going to talk about it in more detail in another video with this idea of masterminds. And this is where you come together in a group with like-minded people and you just build each other up and help each other with your goals. But having a situation like this for your goals is just super, super powerful. Just meet with some people who have goals themselves, and the idea is that we're just gonna just support each other and also hold each other accountable by assessing each other's goals and assessing how we're progressing. So where were we, where do we want to go, how we're progressing along, and what's the effort being like, and just having someone to tell you, Nate, you're not putting enough effort in, or Nate, you're doing really good, or here's how you could improve quicker, or just having someone like that just around to just keep you on track. And I'd recommend meeting at least quarterly with these people. So every time you rewrite your goals, I'd encourage you to do that by yourself, your personal check-in, and then check in with your mastermind and say, this is what I was doing, here's what I plan to do for the next quarter, what do you think, here's how I'm progressing, what do you think, and that you can just work together through that whole concept. So I guess this is the final part of my 2020 resolution series. I hope you found it super valuable. I really want this upcoming year to be the best year of your life. I want it to be the best year of my life. I'm determined to do this journey with you. It's so exciting. It's a new decade, a new chance to just, for a lot of my viewers actually have just come out of school. So how can you make the next year the best year of your life? And I hope you've enjoyed this. Video 1, remember, was about what kind of goals do we want to set. So we had our financial goals, our learning goals, our health goals, our living goals, and then finally our relationships goals. Video 2 was actually how to set our goals, and that was looking at first our reality, where are we now, our desired outcome, where do we want to go, about closing the gap between our reality and our desired outcome, and then finally our specific goal, what is our specific goal. And then this video, how to ensure success. Well, first we want to be able to form our habits. How do we do that? Well, you can try the 90-20 rule, you can try the start small, grow large tool, and then accountability, how to stay accountable. Well, we got our self-accountability, we got our quarterly check-ins, our monthly check-ins, our weekly check-ins, our daily check-ins, and then we got our check-ins with our friends and our masterminds every quarter. So I guarantee if you follow the steps in all 3 of these videos, 2020 will be 100% the best year of your life, and you will get to the end of the year and go, yes, I have achieved everything I set out to achieve. And then you're going to be planning for the next year, for 21, to make that an even better year than 2020. So I'm super excited. Thank you all for your support, and I'm so glad that a number of you are actually implementing some of these ideas, and I'm super excited for you. I know you're going to do amazing. Feel free to share in the comments or share with me personally some of the things you're planning for the next year. I always love to hear how you're tracking along, and we'll keep in touch. So please don't forget to subscribe to this channel, share this video on with anyone else you think is going to find it valuable, and I look forward to seeing you next week for next week's video. It's going to be cool, and I'm really excited. But until then, farewell, good luck with your goal setting. We've got 1 month until 2020. Sit down with someone you trust and do the goals together. Follow these 3 videos and just do it with someone. It'll be really awesome. So good luck with that, and I'll see you next week.